Foreclosed properties are everywhere. They're in every city, every county, all across the United States of America. They are appealing to many investors because they allow an investor to purchase a property under market price and be able to make a decent return on their investment. While purchasing foreclosed properties can be a great idea, they do come with can be a great idea. There are still some advantages and disadvantages to there are quite a few disadvantages to purchasing foreclosed properties. In this video, I am going to go over some of the advantages versus disadvantages. In this video, I'm going to go over some of the advantages and disadvantages to buying a foreclosed property. If you're interested, please stay tuned. Thanks. Hi, I'm Tina Divine. I am the broker and owner of Divine Real Estate. We are a full service real estate company located within Hudson County, New Jersey. Hi, I'm Tina Divine. I'm the broker and owner of Divine Real Estate. And in this video, I'm going to go over the advantages and disadvantages to buying a foreclosed property. First and foremost, what is a foreclosed property? A foreclosed property is a bank-owned property that the mortgage lender reclaimed once the buyer fell behind on their mortgage payments. So when you buy a house, at the closing, you're signing a stack of papers like this thick of papers. When you buy a house, you're signing a thick stack of papers, and in those papers, you're pretty much there are papers in there where you're signing that you are going to pay back this loan, which is the mortgage, and that the house you're buying is collateral for the loan. So you're also acknowledging that if you fall or default on paying your mortgage, the bank has the right to foreclose the property. Now, the foreclosure process is a very long and tedious process. For most homeowners, it doesn't happen like this. For most homeowners, it is a maybe 2-year process before their home is actually reclaimed by the mortgage company. But once the property is reclaimed, it then goes through a process, and then it is placed back on the market as a REO or bank-owned property for sale. Where can you find foreclosed properties? Foreclosed properties can be found mostly on websites, on auction sites. There's HUD. HUD has a site where you can buy HUD homes. And then there's auction sites. There's various number of sites where you can buy foreclosed properties. You can also work with a real estate agent. There are certain real estate brokers that get the HUD homes, and they list the HUD homes on the MLS for sale. You can also find REO or bank-owned properties at sheriff sales. So you would have to, usually everything is online right now, so whatever county you're looking to buy homes in, you can just Google sheriff sales Bergen County, sheriff sales Hudson County, and then the website will come up, and then they'll give you the date and time that they have the auctions for the REO properties. So what are some advantages to buying foreclosed properties? Number one, and this is probably the biggest advantage, is that you get to buy properties below market price. Right now in 2020, we are still, in most areas, we're still in a strong seller's market. So prices are very competitive, prices are quite high, and with foreclosed properties, you get to save some money on the price of the home. Number two, the second advantage to buying a foreclosed property is that you're buying this property free and clear of any liens. That's why I said in the beginning that it is a process that the house goes through when it is reclaimed by the mortgage lender. Most of the time when a house is foreclosed on, the property owner has multiple liens on that property. It's not just the mortgage that this homeowner hasn't been paying. In many cases, the homeowner is in a financially distressed situation. So they have personal loans that they may have stopped paying, property taxes they may have stopped paying, water bills or sewage bills that they have stopped paying. If it's a condo, they may have fallen behind on their homeowners association fees. They may have child support payments. All of these backed up bills can become liens against the property. So within that foreclosure process, the lender has to now go through the tedious process of figuring out what liens are on this home and who are these lien holders and what are the actual amounts that are still outstanding, and then try to settle something with these lien holders so that once this property does hit the market, it hits the market free and clear of any liens. Third, the third advantage is that foreclosed properties are everywhere, and there is a variety of properties you can buy. You can buy condos, single family homes, townhouses, multi-family homes, land, commercial properties. There's a variety of types of homes that you can buy when there's a variety of homes that you can buy. Also, buying a foreclosed property can help you get your foot in the door in a certain neighborhood. Foreclosed properties are in every county. So some of the richest counties in the United States have foreclosed properties. So that may be a way for an investor to get there. Buying a foreclosed property can give an investor an opportunity to buy a property in a more expensive area. So in Gloucester, Alpine, Livingston, these are pretty affluent cities in New Jersey, and even in these cities they have foreclosed properties or bank-owned properties that go up for sale, and these properties are below market, giving investors an opportunity to buy property in a wealthy neighborhood below market. Now, what are some of the disadvantages of buying a foreclosure property? Number one, typically foreclosure properties are sold in as-is condition. So as I said before, properties go through a process. Usually when the property is going through that process of figuring out what liens are on the property and who are these lien holders, the property is sitting vacant. And when a property is vacant for a certain period of time, sometimes windows are left open, sometimes power and utilities are left on, and squatters can get in, animals can get in, rain, snow, water gets in, and it can start to and these things can start to break down the interior of the property. You have squatters who come in and squatters can come in and begin to destroy the property, and then you have people who will come in and begin to steal the pipes out of the walls. They damage the walls, they put holes in the ceilings. So a lot of damage can be done to a property while it's sitting vacant, and once it does hit the market for sale, it's as is. So you may have to buy this property and you will be responsible for the repairs of this property. Number two, the property may not be mortgageable. Contrary to what a lot of people believe, every property that's on the market is not a property you can get a loan. You can go the traditional route and get a mortgage and pay for it. Some properties are in such distressed condition that the only way you can purchase this property is with cash. Number three, Most foreclosure properties, especially now because we are in a strong seller's market, a lot of these foreclosure properties are in high demand. And because they're in high demand, they are selling at really high prices. And because these properties are selling at high prices, for the most part, you're not necessarily getting a deal unless you are a construction company or you have or you have a contractor in your family that can help you out and get this property fixed and ready for someone to move in. If not, it can become quite costly to purchase a property at a high price that needs a lot of work and then pay for the construction renovations of the property. So sometimes foreclosure properties just aren't worth the price, especially if you don't already have a contractor in the family or on hand that can help you get the work done at a low price. While buying foreclosed properties. While buying foreclosed properties can be a great way for an investor to get a below market price property, maybe fix it and flip it and put it back on the market, or fix it and rent it out, they do come with risk. And in today's market, not only do they come with risk, they're also selling at really high prices. So for a lot of my buyers, it's not quite worth their time or money to buy a foreclosed property, because once you add up the cost of the property plus the cost of materials and labor plus the cost of city inspections and city permits, the value of the property, the total value, the total after repair value, or the total AVR, the total ARV just isn't worth it. So sometimes, you really have to check the numbers. You really have to crunch the numbers. You really have to be a savvy buyer when it comes to buying foreclosed property. In some cases, it's just not worth it. And you're better off just buying a property that's already in move-in condition. I hope this information was useful. Definitely stay tuned for more videos, and I'll talk to you soon. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you.